after a pretty good trek through a residential neighborhood. I think we're here. This whole thing to you. This is actually fascinating. All right, we're standing at the viewpoint of the Sanctuary of Truth Museum where the sky meets the sea. Inside the museum there are hundreds of wood carving sculptures which reflect the art, culture, and beliefs. The Sanctuary of Truth Museum is one of the three masterpieces, I'm not even going to try and say this name, which is founded in 1981 under the concept of nature of human life. The founders recognize that the fast evolving technology and globalization have forced many people to survive under the endless wealth and social status issues. It is obvious that the faster technology grows, the more pressure people are going to face, and the meaning of life will gradually disappear. This is how the chaos begins. The founders wanted to show the future generation that we can still live in peace by communicating through the art. Wow. As to start with the 5 characters on the top of the building, we'll see what those are. Again, apologize for the speaker, but here's what we're looking for on the roof. A man holding a lotus represents the strong intention to be good. A woman holding a book represents learning the truth of life in the past. A man with a child in the yoga represents the generosity towards others. A woman with a bird represents, or on the shoulder holding a rice paddy, represents the peace and start with an individual. And finally, on the highest top, the goddess on a horse with a dove and a flower on her hand represents the product of all 4 characters, which is the life purpose, peace. Hopefully you heard all that. Yeah, the location of that speaker is, wow, interesting. But it is beautiful out here. Alright, and here's where we're ready to go to. Apologize for the speaker right overhead that's been going for at least 7 or 8 minutes now. But anyway, here's where we're headed. I like the location right here on the ocean. Gets us to some of the construction techniques. Wow. We're moving through in a tour group. It's a beautiful little hike, but I have to be honest, so far it's like herding cattle, man. There's a lot of people here. This place is so overcrowded. Okay, y'all, so we're back outside the Sanctuary of Truth. We just did the tour inside. Man, let me tell you, it is interesting, but it was a lot of information to try and take in 1 hour. And not only that, it was crowded, a lot going on. So we're going to go back in. There are 4 hallways here. I want to go back in and do some reading that I didn't do before. And that'll give me a chance to share some of this with you as well. But yeah, so let's walk around it real quick, and maybe kind of get an idea of what each of these halls are. But wow, what a structure, man! And we confirmed it. It is still under construction. You can see the scaffolding up top, the scaffolding over here. Some of this is maintenance, they said, and upkeep. Other parts of it is they're always adding on. It's really still being built on. In fact, I don't know if the microphone's picking up on it or not, but there's still actually, you can actually hear the, sometimes they got saws going, some grinders, these guys on the scaffolding, here's some hammering going on, and actually they're sculpting. Oh, that's fascinating. I guess these are some of the artists that work. They're actually carving in new sculptings into the poster. Look at that. Wow. How cool is that? Look at this. There's a three-headed bull. I do remember seeing that at Angkor Wat in Cambodia. Look at the woodwork here. This is all wood. All woodwork. That is amazing. Here's the entrance. You know what though? Let's go to this other wing behind the left, and we'll come back to this. Dust. All right, there's another tour group going, so let's get inside. Just fair warning, with all the people and all the tour groups going, it's noisy in here, so we'll make the best of it. This is Brahma, God of Creation. There's a lot of backlight in here, so I hope that shows up. Wow, I'm just amazed at the amount of work in here. Look at all the detail in here. Just amazing. I'm not sure what this hall is here, but we're going to go down there now. This is the Hall of Truth. Here they're giving samples of civilization. I'll not go through all of these, but I like the one of Confucianism. And one of his main tenets is real simple. It said that in his philosophy of life, what we don't like, do not do to others. Boy, isn't that the truth. So when you do the math here, this is over 40 years of work. And wow. Yeah, I can start walking through here. You can definitely see it. Interesting. This is the Hall of Truth. Basically, who are we? We're all the same. We're all compounded with four classical elements: one earth element, water element, wind element, and the fire element. And here are those gods. This is the god of wind, god of earth, the god of fire, and the god of water. I like that. Learning is a treasure that will follow its owner everywhere. Saraswati mantra, the goddess of knowledge, art, and wisdom. Very pretty girl. This is the second truth. By the way, I'm going totally out of order because I'm avoiding all the tours that are going on. All right, the second truth, how do we survive? It basically says the difference in growing up with wealthy and without money will not be an issue to discriminate at all if we all recognize that every human being has grown up the same way. We have grown up with nature. This is interesting. The day of birth personality traits. It is according to the date, obviously, but not the day. I want to do a little research and see if this is true. I'm going to check Kelly's as well. That is interesting. Now look at these. Monday. Tuesday. And Wednesday. By the way, Monday was the moon, Tuesday is Mars, Wednesday is Mercury. Thursday is Jupiter, Friday's Venus. Uh-oh, we got another tour group coming. Time to duck out. But not before showing you Saturday, which is Saturn. This hall, or at least the view down this hall, is beautiful. Wow, definitely got to get a photo of that. This is amazing. They're all amazing, but this one, something about this one, I just like this hall. Alright, so we're going to leave this hall. We got to find the final truth. By the way, I'm trying to get photos, and I'm not saying this to complain. Yeah, maybe I'm complaining a little bit. But this place is a photographer's nightmare. There's so many great opportunities here for photos, but there are just so many people all the time blocking the view. I guess I could Photoshop them out, but I'd be spending hours Photoshopping all these people out. So, we're going to shoot some video. I'll do what photos I can. Okay, we're over here with Ganesha, the god of wisdom. I already like this quote I read. It says, "Respect for those who deserve it, not those who demand it." And finally, there's Vishnu, the preserver, protector, and sustainer of the world. Here, look at this detail, more of a detail of this beautiful museum. There's an interesting set of columns here. I'll show you those in a minute. The column on our left is Society of Rudeness and Pride, reflected in the image of a group of people who are harassing and physically attacking those who are unable to fight with satisfaction. Here's our column on the left, the column of the rude. Alright, one final example of columns here. A society of disrespect, reflected in the image of a group of people who of rank that are insulting, gossiping, and mocking groups of people of lesser status. And here they are. And then the column on the right, a society of mutual respect, reflected through the image of reconciliation and friendliness among people of different statuses and the image of respecting the priests of different religions. And they have these columns all over the museum. It's a lot to take in. Beautiful, but the beauty of this place is something else. Man, there's a lot of work. Look at this, man. It's amazing. Out of detail. I think I can get that photo. Oh, look it up near the ceiling there. Look at that. Wow. All right, y'all, let's get out of here. I'll reflect on a few things here in a moment, but right now I just want to get out of here. It is so crowded. Beautiful place, but it is so crowded. I suppose I understand that, though. I guess they look at it as a good problem to have, and as much as I enjoy this, it would have been much nicer without all the crowds. But what are you going to do? It's a popular place, and I can see why. I noticed something. Look at the seawall here. I'm assuming it's a seawall because I saw this yesterday when I went to the Big Buddha statue. So again, I don't know if this is to break up the winds that come through, or if there's a storm that kind of breaks up the tides as they try and wash ashore, if that even happens, or I don't know, but it's interesting. Again, the second place I've seen that. Otherwise I would have thought maybe it's part of the sanctuary here. It's interesting. There's probably can't see it from here, but way off in the distance here. Oop, there, off in that distance. There were some fishermen. I think there's a few of them hiding under the shade over there. Yeah. You know, it's interesting. It's not bad out here, but man, inside there it is humid. All right, so on our way out, I haven't really put together a lot of closing thoughts, but I'll say this much: it's a beautiful exhibit. Definitely can see 40 years plus of work there. Would I recommend coming? Yeah, absolutely, because the philosophies and the wisdom that are proposed here, yeah, that's definitely life-sustaining. Yeah, it's a beautiful museum. I'd definitely come see it. Just know that plan on seeing some crowds. It's going to be busy. And with that, we're going to try and get on back to the hotel. So let's see how this goes. Yeah, it was a long walk coming in, man, to get back to Beach Road. So I'm probably going to be doing that again. Although I did see some bot buses coming down, so maybe I'll get lucky. If not, at least I got a tailwind, I think. All right, we're going to take one more crack at this thing. Eventually, we got to get it right. I think we're going to be all right tonight. Might be a short video. We're catching the end of it, but I think we're going to be all right.